In the heart of the town stands the column of San Giovanni, built thanks to the drawings of Luciano Cavaliere and raised in 1895 to replace an older one. Entirely carved in the tuff at the top of the column stands the statue of the Baptist, protector of the city. The square is fronted by the Mother Church, dedicated to the patron saint of the village. The building was raised at the end of the 16th century, but changes and reconstructions were made to the structure over time. The austere and linear forms of the facade of the matrix formed a backdrop to the elegant appearance of the bell tower, raised at the end of the 18th century. The bell tower at the top shows off its rounded shapes that recall the Rocaille style. The interior of the Mother Church opens up into a monumental space. The Urinal Lamp dominates the triumphal arch of the nave, symbol of St. John the Baptist and ancient weapon of the Universitas of Sava. The side aisles of the building were built in the second half of the 18th century during the enlargement of the church aimed at supporting the demographic growth of the country. Of great value is the altar of the Virgin of the Rosary, built in the second half of the 18th century. The architectural machine is embellished with elegant polychrome marbles that frame the wooden statue of the Madonna, probably of Neapolitan origin. The panels of the Holy Mysteries are painted directly on the marble, while above is the effigy of Saint Oronzo, protector of the ancient province of Terra d'Otranto. Located on Via Roma, the convent church of San Francesco was built to a design by Cosimo Stranieri by Francavilla Fontana. The sober facade, with its neoclassical appeal, is punctuated by tall pilasters, adorned at the top with capitals sculpted in Ionic style. Inside the building you can admire the monumental structure decorated with Corinthian columns and sculptures executed by Salentinian masters from Galatina and Soleto. The triumph is a beautiful Carovigno stone worked with mastery and ability. The church was enlarged in 1936 to accommodate the many devotees interested in participating in Franciscan religious services. The Latin cross nave is surmounted by two splendid domes of different diameter and height, decorated with frescoes of remarkable artistic value. Many of the works of art, which also embellish the upper walls and tails to the convent, are attributed to the painters Bocchetti and Falzano. Their mastery makes the sacred place an oasis of prayer. In addition to enjoying an important library, since 2009 the Convent of Sava has housed the Chinese Missionary and Natural History Museum. The museum collection, once preserved in Lecce, is composed of important historical pieces pertaining to the Franciscan missions in China and represents the testimony of the evangelical commitment of the minor friars operating in the Asian continent. In the museum rooms, you can admire the fine paintings on silk depicting princes and dignitaries of the Chinese imperial court. The ancient religious culture of the Kingdom of the Middle, which is magnificently illustrated in the pretty decorated and enameled glasses with real expertise, deserves a special mention. The natural history section is instead composed of donations from the Solomoni and Marcucci families and from the findings of the scientific cabinet of the High School of the Minor Friars of Lecce. In the rooms there are rare geological finds belonging to the context of fossils and minerals. It is also possible to admire shells, corals, specimens of terrestrial and marine fauna. The collection is constantly enriched with donations and collaborations with the University of Salento, the WWF and Legambiente.